Now, I know the girls are definitely going to give me some trouble for this one, but yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and get with it. All right. I think I'm of the opinion, okay, that we need to kind of let go of this whole issue with bisexuality, okay, and bisexual men. If you are a heterosexual woman who only wants a heterosexual man, I'm the same as you, sis. You know, I definitely want me a heterosexual man. But here's where I'm at with things, right? You don't know what these niggas is doing before they come to you. Bisexuality, homosexuality, it don't really matter. When it's a man, for the most part, we don't allow men to be bisexual. If they are attracted to men in any kind of way, if they have any kind of sexual interactions with men, they are considered homosexual or gay, which I don't believe is fair at all. But because of that, right, you are going to have a lot more of them, right, who are going to hide the fact that they may have tried things, they may do have sex with men, and they may have had sex with a man right before they came and had sex with you. I mean, girl, you don't know. They might be going to fuck on that nigga right after they fucked on you. You don't know, okay? Also, I mean, the primary reason is, right, or for why I think we should let it go is because you don't know how many bisexual men you done already had sex with, okay? You don't know how many bisexual men you done already been in a relationship with. What is the purpose of sitting here holding on to this? Oh, I would never date. I would never da. And bitch, you already done did it. You already done did it. You just didn't know that you done did it, okay? Because a lot of these niggas is out here. They out here doing shit. Jerking niggas off, getting jerked off, getting sucked off. They out here doing shit. Like, there was this guy that hit me up on, I don't even know, one of these sites. And that was his thing. He led with, you know, hey, are you into bisexual men? Now, I said no, you know, but I had came back and I was like, well, you know what? I say no, but I mean, I can't really say no because I don't really know. I mean, like, I don't really see the difference, to be very honest with you. I mean, I had to really sit with myself and say, well, what is my hang up? Because if any of the men that I've ever been with, right, had been with men and I just wasn't aware of it, then does it matter? I wasn't there when they was fucking, sucking, doing whatever they was doing or whatever they was getting done to them. I wasn't there for it. I don't know. So I don't have that image in my mind. But I guess it's like when you think about, this man that I like or I'm attracted to, you know, part of my attraction to him is that he's solely attracted to me, right? And for a lot of women, a lot of our desire, you know, our desire, right, with men has to do with this concept of maleness, right, or manhood or manliness, right, or masculinity that would never be with or desire men, right? But if we understand what masculinity is, what femininity is, it's just energy, right? It doesn't have anything to do with you being a man or you being a woman or you being more of one or the other. Nothing to do with it. It really just has to do with energy and traits that you possess and that you exhibit on a consistent basis. And so the idea of a man, you know, desiring a woman is seen as masculine. That's not necessarily true. You know, it has nothing to do with one or the other, right? Like, you desiring a woman has to do with your sexual orientation, right? You desiring a man has to do with your sexual orientation, but nothing to do with whether or not you're a man or a woman, you know, like, because we know men who are attracted to men. We know, you know, women who are attracted to women, right? And they're still men, they're still women. So going back to my point, because I feel like I'm like going far off the deep end here, right? Just going back to my point. You don't know if you've already been with a bisexual man. The only thing is he is not telling you that he's bisexual. And so if you've already had sex with men, and you more than likely have had sex with a man who goes off and has sex with men, more than likely, you're safe, sis. Nothing happened to you. You didn't turn into an Autobot. You didn't catch anything. Maybe you did. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody's situation. I haven't. But my point here is, right, you can't hold yourself back from, I guess, judging people for what they do in the dark, right? You can hope that people are being honest with you. The only thing is that we're not creating environments where people feel comfortable about discussing what they do in the dark, especially men. The environment we have right now for men is extremely hostile in terms of their acceptance, right? Their social mobility. If they come out as gay, bisexual, whatever have you. I feel that if you are gay, obviously there's a community, but you lose a lot of your heterosexual friends. You lose a lot of, perks, male perks. And that's air quotes with the male perks thing, because I don't really think it's really perks. But again, like, you kind of lose your footing a bit, and a lot of men are afraid of that. And so they're not willing to out themselves or even to admit, even if a man had, went and tried something with another man and was like, I don't really like this, I couldn't keep it up, this just wasn't for me, I didn't like it, even when that's the case, it's like you still want to consider the man gay, you still want to say that he's bisexual. The nigga tried it, didn't like it, and moved the fuck on, but it's fucked up because we know women, right? We know women who go out, have sex, other women stop doing it, get married, or go off and have relationships with men and become mothers and never venture off to these women again, but they're perfectly fine, right? They're not considered gay or lesbian or stuck, on this box, where they can't get out of it. So it's like, why do we do this to men? And I don't necessarily want to, hang women up for that, because I don't feel like it's women's fault at all. I do know that, women definitely participate a lot more with that. They're not as open. A lot of black women aren't as open. But men are at the charge of that. You don't allow men to be masculine and be gay, even though it's obvious, it happens and it exists, right? We see it all the time. You don't allow them to kind of still maintain that. Like, you ever seen a hood nigga who was gay as hell, but outwardly gay, and I didn't even say gay as hell, I'm just so used to talking colloquially, but what I mean is, like, a man who, masculine hood nigga who is gay, likes niggas, whatever kinds, I don't know, whichever kind he likes, and is open about it. More than likely you don't. He's more closed-mouthed about it. I mean, not to say that there aren't any. Obviously, there will be some, because not every person who lives that lifestyle is ashamed of it. And I'm happy for those people. But there are a lot of people who are just not going to just walk out and be proud about that, right? And I think it's high time that we kind of let that shit go. Like, we kind of just allow people to just live their fucking life and live it truly. And that's the only way you're going to know, or at the very least, it's the only way you're going to allow yourself to have more probability, right? Or likelihood of knowing, right, what the person you're dealing with is doing, right, going forward. Because we can't rely on most of that now, right? We can kind of hope for and push towards a more truthful and honest society, where we are allowing people, right, to be their true self, to speak their truth. Hey, you bisexual person, you like men, you like women, well, maybe I'm not going to judge you for that. And I'm not saying that it's easy, because I know it's not easy. It ain't necessarily easy for me. I didn't date the man, there are things that I have to unpack, just like a lot of everyone else has to unpack. I'm just putting it out there that it's something to consider, that, hey, it's not that big of a deal, when you really think about it, because we more than likely have already laid up with a bisexual man. You already did it, shit. You already did exist. Like, what's the big deal, right? So yeah, I mean, you can go home, you can unpack that, you can come back and decide that that's just not how you're gonna rock, and that's okay. Like, you make your decisions for yourself. I just wanted to put that out there, put the conversation out there, and see if that's something that, you know, you're thinking about, you would consider. You know, do you really think that it's that big of a deal for a man to be out there having sex with other men while dealing with you? Do you think it's that big of a deal for a woman to be out here having sex with other women other than, you know, having sex with you? Personally, I think that we have just been taught to look at these things as disgusting or, you know, cross contamination, yada yada yada. But it's like, I don't see the difference, you know. Like, if you think about it, right? Like, let's say your man was cheating on you, right? And or your person was cheating on you, and he was doing anal with this girl, and he was doing anal with the other girl. It's like, what difference do it make if he doing anal with this person or this man or whatever? What difference do it make, sis? He's still gonna bring that shit back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever they got going on, it's still coming back to you. Whether he cheated on you or not. Whether he's doing it with a man or not. It doesn't matter if it's with a man or it's not with a man. The only thing that's bothering you about this being a man is your ego, more than likely. Your ego is probably going off because it's like, damn, how this nigga attracted to me and he attracted to, you know, whoever the fuck else. You know, like how he attracted to men, you know, and he attracted to me. Your self-esteem might be affected. Your ego might be a little hurt by that. But like, how are you disgusted? Like, how? Unless you go and sit there and start picturing this man fucking other men, you know what I'm saying, or sucking dick. Maybe you want to know, like, where he at with things. Like, are you the person who's fucking? Are you the top? Are you the bottom? Maybe that's something you want to, you know, ask or you know, go into. But I think we should have more conversations about it and not judge them so much. Especially if your auntie or your cousin or your bestie or whoever it is could be out here licking all the pussies in the world, still be licking on pussies while she in a whole relationship or whatever it is, you know. If we could let that slide, then what the fuck is the big deal with your ex who be doing the same thing? Just saying now. All right, so let me stop before y'all come and run my shit for me, because I know I'm about to get a lot of backlash for it. But I want to hear y'all opinions. I ain't telling y'all what to do. I'm just, you know, having a little conversation, seeing what y'all got to say about it. Because I was thinking about some things, you know. That man really had me thinking, you know, because he was saying some wild shit. Like, how he was, you know, let me not tell this man business. Let me not even do that, because I appreciated him for even talking to me about it and just, you know, sharing with me and telling me about his experiences. I thought it was extremely interesting and very intriguing. But yeah, even when he asked me, like, well, why wouldn't you, you know, what's your issue with dating someone who is bisexual? And I'm like, well, shit, like I said, my motherfucking self-esteem. Like, I kind of want to know that you want to fuck me. But then it's like, how do you deal with coping with the fact that your man want to fuck you and he want to fuck 70 other girls that's in the room too? How you cope with that? I don't really give a fuck that much. You know, like, it doesn't bother me so much, I guess, other women versus another man. It's like, I don't got dick and balls and I can't compete with that. You know, like, I don't know. So I don't know. It's things to unpack, you know. Like, I mean, that's the only thing I could think of for why it would bother me. But in reality, it doesn't really bother me. Other than I also think that men carry more diseases than women do. But other than that, it's like, I don't really see what's holding me up from being like, hey, sure, fuck it. You like men? I like men too. You know, we can talk about our experiences, you know, on our date. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I never followed up with old boy. So, but yeah, what y'all think? I want to know what y'all perspectives, what y'all got to say on this. Holla at me in the comments down below. Let me know. Are you open to dating people who are bisexual? What is your drawback or your pushback for it? Let me know. All right, bye.